Hello, I'll be matching now as seen two sets from Slashback, winners finals and grand finals of both players. It's the same exact set of Ticklememour versus Jonathan Tene. Just a side note about these matches, these are not good matches. Both players could not defend for their life. They were not playing well. Both players were throwing haymakers in neutral to stop playing neutral and just get into the offense because both players knew that they can't defend against each other. But hopefully, from these matches, you'll be able to learn something, and I'll be able to learn something about these matches. So let's get started with the matches.
What did we say?
Bro.
It might be.
Wait, no. Reddit was like on his phone. Or I mean, not.
No.
Oh my god.
No, cancel this. Wait.
At round start, we'll be seeing a lot from Zato is jumping up, air dashing, jumping up, delayed, air dash, flight stuff. And Ticker is ready in this case with the 6P of game of it, as we see here. Nice. This is the funniest sequence I've seen. 6P into 8-stroke, the 8-stroke whiffs. Okay, what do I do now? I'm just gonna do an S-stroke. The S-stroke whiffed. I'm just gonna do another S-stroke. this is not good neutral. This is somehow it doesn't work, but it somehow still works. And then you see Teko mashing 5B, but and it still whiffs. Both players. Okay, things to note about Zato whenever you're playing against Zato. The goal is to get rid of Eddie. If you can get rid of Eddie, everything in the game gets easier. Neutral, defense, offense. He can't do anything without Zato can't do anything without Eddie. So the goal is to try to trade a hit, use Note in this case as Eno to get rid of Eddie, because Eddie will take forever to get back in this patch of Season 3 for Zato. And that's what Ticklememour did right here. So nice job.
Oh my god.
I need to go back. Right here, Tickle did dive kick into dive kick follow-up. And let me see if I can get back and do the last.
Oh my god, we're in here.
It's not a button check.
Oh my god, we're in here.
Oh no.
I think right here, Jonathan Tene was trying to do 2K. I would have preferred to do 2P because 2P has a better hitbox upwards, upper hitbox, so that makes sure that if does a follow-up dive kick, that they can't get away with this ridiculous stuff. I know that 2P and 2K have the same exact startup frames, but you're looking for a better hitbox to make sure that doesn't do anything after a dive kick.
Eddie's dead.
And he gets and Jonathan Tene. This is a very bold combo route from Ticklememour.
Oh my god.
He tried to do JP route. I think for me it's a little obvious to see that you're not near the corner, so you shouldn't be going for a JP route, JP corner route off the H stack. But I'm not the one playing the game right now, so.
Free him from prison.
Oh no.
At least Tickle doesn't get punished.
Like Jonathan Tene is gonna be going in.
He has a
Nice.
He's back. Eddie is back. You're getting mixed. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's gonna be the first.
Good bow spade from Jonathan Tene. And we see a very weak defense from Ticklememour at this case, but still has chances. Dive kick, but Jonathan Tene somehow lucky with a JD. Snipe it out. And then we see some mix from Eno.
Out and ready to go.
Yeah.
Because it's looking like.
Surprised he went for a grab right here. Okay. Another thing here, what Ticker was doing was a Fortissimo OS. So if you try to backdash right here, it would the Fortissimo would have caught it. And if you immediately try to YOC after the JS, then the Fortissimo, because it's a projectile, will catch the YOC. So you have to delay the YOC a little bit to make sure that you don't get hit by the Fortissimo.
Gonna be the super flyer. Gets hit by the super.
In this case.
All right, never mind. Put it back.
Never mind.
Go to soul.
Hey.
Let's see what round start. We see Jonathan Tene jumping again, and then we see Tickle going for, assuming there's a ground option of 2S, which basically is a very strong grounded option against most of Zato's. It's a default round start option, so
The HVV's out.
But
We're getting
Tickle
some speed. We're getting
saw
everything
the
wrong
jump
with
up,
this game.
and Jonathan Tene was a little
my
bit slow.
Ticklememour.
We see,
honestly,
I need to go back to
Speed.
this.
We're getting everything wrong with this game.
Yeah.
Showing
Right here, this JD was a anti-fuzzy. So just mixing up the layers. This script the fuzzy timing because the fuzzy timing for JD would be the same exact fuzzy timing as black and yellow. And Tickle
by
catches
Ticklememour.
them,
Yeah,
and
honestly,
Jonathan Tene
Tickle
has the boss.
He's playing his heart out right now, man.
Oh
I
my
said-
Ticklememour.
We see here Tickle
just played-
after the frog
he's playing his-
tries to 2P, but Jonathan Tene was ready with a pose, so he makes sure he keeps Eddie alive. And Ticklememour just doesn't trade with a 2P against Eddie.
heart
So
out right
good
now,
job
man.
from
Oh
Jonathan
my
Tene.
God. This
Nice
Eddie
projectile
play. Very
projectile
good
counter
deflection
from
right here.
Jonathan Tene,
Zato
but he
makes
lost
shots,
Eddie.
but
Oh
Zato-
my
Eddie
god, I have to go
down.
over this too.
Very good deflection.
We're
Right
gonna
here,
we're
Zato-
gonna see a lot of times in the set Jonathan Tene trying to 2S and then Ticklememour HCRing, both of them whiff. Jonathan Tene runs up a little bit more, and Tickle immediately dive kicking. Tickle is for the set, for the entire both of the sets is on point with these dive kicks. Just keep on dive kicking. And Jonathan Tene is always defaulting to 2S as a neutral poke, and it just gets destroyed by a dive kick.
Suck, but Zato is not actually gonna get the reject.
Good mix.
I thought it was gonna
We
be
see a
out.
wall-to-wall
I thought
with
Eddie
Wild
was gonna
Assault.
come out, and my bad.
Honestly,
Pretty
it
fine
is
choice with the
Jonathan
gaining
Tene.
positive opponents right here.
And sometimes the
Right
whole
here,
match
this is
so
nice too.
if
I don't see many Enos
Jonathan
that
doesn't-
most Enos do JH with. I like this JS with because it looks more ambiguous. So I need to take that into consideration of doing that after a wall break. But I like that.
sometimes the player
So
might
nice,
be
nice,
better, but
nice sneaky
Ticklememour
low
is
from
shutting
Ticklememour.
down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
he's feeling
no.
himself now. Look at him
We
nodding
need
his
the
head.
NorCal. Hey, look at Apo in the back. I think that's his twin.
At Hotashi.
At
Now,
Hotashi.
I will say though.
Oh my god. I tried to skip it. Oh. We see Jonathan Tene again jumping and nail dashing forward, and Tickle didn't think Jonathan Tene would do it again. And goes for the grounded
I will
option.
say, though,
Gets punished
if
this
I-
time.
I need Tickle to watch this.
We see the two highs,
Looks like he's bopping.
and then the
Send
boss.
me the playlist, please.
Oh my god. We see it again. We see the HCL whiff, and then the 2S whiff,
Playlist, please.
and then Tickle with the dive kick. This is like a TK dive kick too, so it's a little crazy.
It's gotta be. It's either the most fire playlist of all time.
Both
or the most
gone
ass
for both players. 2S again.
That playlist gotta be
Let's
either-
go back
it's
to
either
it.
the most fire playlist of all time.
Neutral poke with 2S. As Zato, Tickle, jumping dive kick. Gone.
Best playlist of all time that's tailored specifically.
Then we
for
see a low.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I
And then we
feel
see
like
more
Jonathan
mix.
Tene's a good choice.
Anti-fuzzy
He
with
does not have
the
troll
same exact
voice
timing
on
for
offense.
a low.
This man seems
with
like he's
JD.
doing everything correct. Oh my yo. Yo, Eddie, is
come
this a
on.
testament? Does he know
We see the
people are gonna be
Oh
watching this?
no.
Nice thing, Tickle did here, just to note. He did right there was a very, very long hover dash. It's to screw up a little bit of timing because you can, if you do a short hover dash, you can fuzzy that. A short hover dash compared to a high and a low. It'll be a hot, just to make sure. He's just delaying some timings to screw up fuzzy timings. So, nice job from Tickle.
That people are gonna be
Oh
watching this
no.
and watch
And
the
Jonathan
game
Tene
that
trying to
Eddie is going
backdash.
through right now.
He did
Not
say
the-
beforehand, he
not
said
the
he took 2
best
hours of sleep and he was like,
place to
"I cannot
backdash,
better on Zato tonight."
but
Going through right now.
all
He
is
did
well.
say beforehand, he said,
Usually, you want to backdash against a safe jump. So whenever the Eno is going high, is like usually the best time to backdash because every time they go for a low, Eno players should be on point of option selecting the backdash when they go for a meaty low. So
he got 2 hours of sleep.
Nice
and he was
things
like,
to
"I
point,
can
but
autopilot better on Zato tonight."
Tickle did. Tickle tried to go for a 6B,
I
assuming
am not lying.
Jonathan
That is
Tene would
real.
go
I
for
don't
another air
think
dash.
that's what he
Gets
said.
punished.
That is an insane thing to say, but we're gonna go through the wall with
Eddie isn't back.
Wild Assault.
With no
No
Eddie.
Eddie, honestly, you can get it
But you
back.
don't need it. If
But
you're Jonathan
it doesn't
Tene,
matter.
You don't need the Eddie because the emote kills.
I think another thing to point out, I think we'll also see multiple times in the set, is Jonathan Tene really does not like the Sword Super as well breaking with the Sword Super at all. It's a little bit odd because Eddie is so important for Zato, so why wouldn't you just spend the extra meter just even if you're not doing that much damage just to get Eddie back.
Kill, yo.
Because he's the GOAT!
But
Oh my god, I didn't think that was gonna kill at all, but Jonathan, as you were saying, knows his damage on this character.
nice
Oh my
projectile
God, he knows
counter
the
from
matchup as well. He's deflecting
lucky
everything
grab right here.
On
There's
this character,
Oh my God, he knows the
the
matchup as
the
well.
chicken
He's
guard to
deflecting
mash
everything.
grab.
Back thrown into the corner, and this is
Like right
he
here.
knows
This
the
is
matchup
what I
as
was
well.
talking about.
He's deflecting everything.
It's
Oh
not
my
best
God.
to backdash a low, a meaty low, because right here, Tickle option selected this with 2k buff or 2k buff for 6h grab. So nice job from Tickle. Hits up OS.
Throw from Tickle is something uncharacteristic.
Good deflect shoot. Deflect shoot's very good against Eno, because you literally lose all of your pressure if you do a high or a low from if the deflect shoot is blocked from a high or low. It doesn't really matter. Pushes you at a distance. Well, you have to play neutral again. So nice job from Jonathan Tene.
Even with the flight nerf.
Oh, the
We
opponent-
see it. We see it. We see.
Oh, he's trying to fight out.
We see one dive kick fair.
Oh, the opponent-
Tickle's like, okay, I'm gonna dive kick again. Well, I mean, this is a different variation of a dive kick.
Out. Even with the flight nerf.
Oh, the
Because
opponent-
Tickle went for air dash, jump back, or jump up, and then dive kick. So, and then we see Jonathan Tene defaulting to 2S, of course. 2S doesn't even beat like air dash forward, so Jonathan Tene needs to find an L button that's not 2S that will cover hover dash forward and maybe dive kick. And maybe dive kick.
That is the burst.
We haven't seen any 8 strokes from Ticklememour as Eno, so like you shouldn't be worried about the lows.
Ticklememour knowing that if you
Nice YOC from
goal of this
Jonathan
matchup
Tene.
is to get rid of Eddie.
Oh, we see the 2S again.
Ticklememour knowing that if
Jonathan Tene was like, okay, the 2S right here, hit.
goal
So we
of this matchup
2S is good. Does 2S right here? The 2S isn't meaty.
rid of Eddie. If you can get
Dive
rid of
kick.
Eddie by using force, YLC, mashing, whatever you do, it is what
Greediness from
Zato
Tickle.
wants
Nice.
to do. Zato-
Right here, Tickle's being greedy. Like this is a Twitter clip moment right here. Tickle's going for the 6H was supposed to be a Megalomania command grab instead, but Tickle fumbling the inputs gets 6H, which is better in this case because Jonathan Tene does not want to get Twitter clipped right here. This is greedy. You have 100% meter, and you know your opponent hasn't shown any signs of having amazing defense. Just waste the 2 bars of resetting your block string pressure after a mix-up. Whatever.
wants to do. Very good
Oh,
backdash.
what a
Jonathan
backdash.
Tene is making something
Tickle.
magic happen on Zato.
Jonathan Tene trying to make something happen with
YRC.
Bane the YOC
You know
because
what? That's
he's
gonna be
at
more
such
than
a
enough to
resource
take-
advantage.
That's the captain trying to fuzzy block.
I
But
really love this
you know
from
what?
Tickle.
That's gonna be more than
You see the FD from the H dive here, and because of the photo distance, Tickle assumes that hey, I don't want to be stuck in a lock string. I'm gonna just jump instead, and it works. But Tickle still gets hit by 6B. But good idea from Tickle. Good idea from Tickle.
Oh, nice.
You don't see that? Oh my god.
That's gonna be more than enough for Tickle. Trying to fuzzy block.
Oh, nice.
This right here was supposed to be a dive kick, but Tickle screwed up the input because he saw 2S right there. And well, if I screwed up dive S slash dive kick, let me do H dive kick instead, and it works.
Oh,
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
he
no.
gets
What
he
a
gets the game
conversion
off
from
that.
Ticklememour, and they are up 2-0.
This is monkeyness, and this is evenness to get hit by.
No.
Is out.
Okay, both players go for a grounded option. 2D is such a good move against 2S because it trades, and it trades in the favor of Zato. So good job from Jonathan Tene knowing the outside options.
If you're PNW,
Nice deflect shield. Deflect shield is also great against Zato because Zato needs to actually do some like sort of block streak to make sure that Eddie can do another move afterwards. So if you push Zato back so he can't do a block streak, you have an opportunity to mash like here, as Tickle is doing 2S in this case.
you out here, you already know
Jonathan, no.
your
So
boys
nice
are-
job from
oh, no,
Tickle.
we
Now
are
Tickle can't
locked
block lows, and he,
into the- out here,
you know what?
already
Jonathan
know
Tene might be
the
loaning.
boys cooking. Oh no, we are
Look at this. We're not. Jonathan Tene isn't pressing 2S. He's pressing 6B. Wow. He knows he needs. he's learning of stopping the dive kicks. He knows Ticker's not gonna H dive, and I mean H stroke instead. So good recognition, good adaptation from Jonathan Tene.
Zato. Now, I will
Nice delaying of making sure you delay your time of the block string to get Eddie back.
say,
But
the one thing that you have
think-
to Zato.
I think
Now,
right here,
I
I'm
will-
not sure if this was supposed to be
will
another
say-
dive kick. Because Tico does JK, and that could have been a K dive kick. But I don't think it would have hit at this moment, so. Don't know what Tico's doing right here.
One thing that you have to think about
Still gets punished.
when-
Okay, we see the mix.
the thing you have to think about
Jonathan Tene, we're ready for a deflect shield counter.
between the 2-0,
Screws up the combo, you know.
the thing you have to think about
He's gonna break wall with the deflect shield.
pick a character
The projectile
with 2-0
deflect shield, but screws it up.
is that you are locked into them no matter how much you win.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Tico doesn't want to block. He's jumping.
Jonathan Tene is finally getting his stride here on the
great. This is great counters from the jumping. Instead of doing 6P, you go for a jump, air to air with JS, as you know. So good job from
getting his
Tico.
stride here.
His combo choice isn't the best. I think, in my opinion, I would have preferred to do JS, JD, H dive combo instead. Instead, Tico goes for a very greedy JS, land 5K,
On the Zato, but
and then a 6H, and then he tries the 6H whiff. So, and then he tries to do armor ray after that. A little greedy with the combo damage when not.
finding his
You,
stride as well.
nice ball speed from Tico. Which
Burst.
also just a bad boss in general. This is a bad boss.
Well,
One stroke of
Off
first
the
base.
burst.
Another wall break happens.
Right here, Tico.
One stroke
I
of
told
first
Tico
base.
right before this tournament.
Another wall
Hey, you should do MOA when you're wall breaking with Wild Assault, and you're special canceling into. You can special cancel into MOA to gain a little bit more bar, which is important for because if you don't have the half of the bar, building all that bar is possible before you do your mix up. It's so important so you can repeat the block string. But Tico does
break
Wild
happens.
Assault HCL. Wild Assault HCL, it's the same input as Wild Assault MOA, but the just K instead of S, and then Wild Assault HCL gives you less meter than MOA, and I don't understand how you have this impulse to like do this, because he'll switch off it in the set, but it's a little weird.
Wins time with the super. And
Whatever, it doesn't matter at the.
we will
Okay,
see
going for the
Tino
fake low.
going
Jonathan Tene
all
backdashes
the
it.
way. Knocks
Tico could have
going
killed here with a
all the way. Time.
with
We will
a
see
super of any sort,
Tino
but
going
all is well, all is
the
well.
way.
Because you have 100% meter, and it's very unlikely your opponent's gonna block. So
Nice.
good job from Tico.
Man,
Oh, the
man, I
perfect
hate
coming
this
up from
freaking
Super
Mallard
Bro.
guy. He could have made my commentary hype.
PNW is
2S.
going ham.
I think this is a greedy run up 5H. This is assuming Tico's gonna dive kick, and Tico might dive kick, but if you look at his round start options, it's been basically 6P and grounded options, and then jump ups. But a little greedy from Jonathan Tene, gets punished.
Going ham right now, trying to see their
Whoops,
board
that was.
qualify for
Oh my God, this is a little obvious. This is a little obvious.
right now, trying
You go for JP right here. Okay, we double. H dive into JP only works really in the corner. You should be doing this. You shouldn't be doing it mid screen. I feel like it's a little obvious here that this is not the corner. Shouldn't be going for this route.
to see their board
Just
qualify
whatever.
and
It doesn't matter.
on the winner side
Nobody
of
can
this
block.
board.
You see Jonathan Tene backdashing again and gets
Eddie isn't
punished.
saving anybody, bro.
Doesn't want to block. Go for the
This is a testament at
a little unlucky right here.
screen right now.
Sees the HCL, tries to punish it, but gets immediately 6P by 6P. Great move. Great startup, and
Testament at Daisuke, if you're watching this.
At Daisuke.
oh, this is great too. We see Tico once again
If you're watching this,
getting rid of Eddie with note. And if you get rid of Eddie, you have free reigns to neutral.
At FBI. At
Well,
CIA,
if you run into a 6P maybe.
the Pope in here.
at
Jonathan Tene tries to go for a cross up,
At CIA.
screws it up.
Someone get the Pope in here.
Tico going for grab for some apparent reason.
At
Um,
CIA.
PLC's that.
Pope in here or something.
At
I don't know what this is.
CIA.
Someone get the
We see the counter hit 2K. Ticker goes for 6H. Okay, whatever.
something.
At the pump.
Does H stroke into PRC and the H hook doesn't even hit, and then he PRCs? Okay, and then we go JS. I don't know.
Calls him out. This might be able to kill. Not quite. One
Nice
more mix-up.
6P.
No,
Just
it
a
is
lot. It's this is called scrambling. This is a lot of scrambling right here.
And calls him out. This is
Basically, it's just Tico doing JS.
calls it the back dash.
2, 3,
And calls him
4.
out.
4
This
JSs
might be able to
as
kill. Not quite.
you know scrambling moment right there.
And a 6P is gonna take it. Ticklememour
And Tico
is
wins
getting
this first setup
grand
winners finals.
final.
Let me go skip over to
Because there is no way. There's no way.
this time. Tico's going for a round start dive kick. good different adaptions. Good adaptions. Well, not different adaptions on round start. Good job from Tico.
Happened.
Gets punished by 5P instead.
We just gotta give it to Tickle now.
Loses.
No.
Nice JD. This
Give it this goodness.
Jonathan Tene's
Give it
JDs
to Tickle now.
to stop like note and dive kick have been great. I would have been very surprised. 2S whiffs.
We just gotta give it to Tickle now.
Jonathan Tene tries to adapt with 5H instead, but because Tico took his time and 5H has some recovery, Tico just waited into the move. The poke ended, and then he whiff punished it. So nice job. This is a great tier. This is I think this wouldn't be that good. I think Tickle right here wanted to hit Eddie just in case Jonathan Tene tried to do anything with Zato of trying to move Eddie into something that isn't a pose. So great job of getting rid of Eddie right here. I think if Ticklememour hit a pose, it wouldn't have been the Ticklememour would have been forced to block. But you know, all is well. Good job from Tickle. I forgot to note this. When Tickle does 2S into MOA, 2S into H stroke does more damage than MOA, but because sometimes you have to react to the counter hit, 2S into MOA is so much more easier. And also 2S into MOA is another reset, so it's good on hit, on normal hit, on counter hit, and on block, so Tickle taking the safe option with his combo routing. I think this is another thing interesting to note off. Tickle right here doesn't do S-Dive. S-Dive would have done a little bit more damage. I don't know if this is... Both of them you can get safe jumps off, so I don't know exactly why Tickle does it like this, of not doing the S-Dive instead, but... You know, I'm not going to judge. Nice get out options from Jonathan Tene. Some scrambles we see here. I don't know. I don't want to get this PRC, but we see that oh. I think this is also good recognition from Jonathan Tene. You know Jonathan Tene knows that Tickle can't block the mix, so might as well go for a corner reset. And hopefully Tickle knows the same exact thing of Jonathan Tene can't block either, so better go for the resets. And nice job from Jonathan Tene.
First blood from Jonathan Tene. Oh my god. Alright, I'm locked in. Never mind. The close might come off.
JS. Different round set options. We see Tickle not doing less grounded movements of 2S, 6P, so good variety. Good variety.
They might come off.
Goes for a greedy thing that if your opponent's being passive. This is a we don't want to block, and then oh wait, Jonathan Tene tried to go for a grab and Tickle somehow knew and mashed. Nice 6P. I think right here this is an impulse wild assault. In my opinion, it's better to keep the wild assault and just keep on mixing them up. Just keep your combos without using resources. So you can build up the ball, and once you have 2 balls, either both wild assault and 50% meter, then I would spend the corner to corner just to make sure my positive when you break the wall that you have a heavy knockdown. But Ticklememour is fine playing some neutral against Zato, except This is monkey-ish from Jonathan Tene. Just I forgot what this move is called, but he just PRCs it. Ticker's doing 5K into 5H for some reason. All moves whiff.
Where are you swinging,
And
Tickle?
then we see some more and then we see some more scrambling. That's Jonathan Tene tries to do a block string of hitting Ticklememour on wake over 5H, but messes up the timing, so
Swinging, Tickle!
Tickle punishes.
Back to the match. Where are you
Nice job from
swinging,
Tickle. This is something all top players should be doing. You do this dive kick into RC cancel with JH. This allows your block strings to have a 50-50 block string and to preserve a little bit more meter. And you can combo that off it.
I'm sorry, anyway, back
So,
to the match.
nice job from Tickle.
Jonathan
Screws up the combo though. Screws up the H-dive combo.
is in there on the back foot, gets the
And
back
gets
down,
grabbed
back
for
throw.
it.
And now we are going to see some mixing from Jonathan. Elected to not block. And now we are going to probably see the someone.
I don't get this JD. I think Jonathan Tene literally forgot he had meter or something. Should have gone for either the sword super in my opinion. Just so you can get Eddie back. Or even the regular super. Nice BRC. I don't get this. You see the BRC and then you PRC and then you see the 6P and you go for a 2K. Ugh. Whatever. Nice HCR from Tickle. This time going for H-choke. Different variety. That was a checkmate situation right there. I think Zato could have OTG'd and kill right there. So we're seeing Tickle vary his approaches. He's not being monkey man of dive kick man, dive kick in neutral, dive kick. I'm gonna get in by dive kick. We see H-choke, and this time it doesn't pay off because Jonathan Tene is not adapted. Well, he showed a little bit of adaptations, but
Jonathan is going to take game number 1 of Grand Finals.
Jonathan Tene's face.
Oh my gosh. Could Jonathan do it? Could he
5H. Oh, this is great.
Oh
Well, I think we'll see this more in the later time. We'll see it. If you block Pierce, Eddie's Pierce, you can mash and get rid of Eddie. Sometimes the hit will trade, and sometimes the hit won't trade, so nice way to get rid of Eddie. Good matchup awareness from Ticklememour. 6P.
with Zato-1.
Good adaptions. I don't get this counter super, this counter projectile counter, sorry. I don't know why Jonathan Tene is doing that. Whatever, gets punished by Tickle's dive kick.
Already going to get dealt with by
IBFDs, the is that it's Tickle?
already going to get dealt with.
I don't know why Jonathan Tene IBFD the second hit of 6H. Usually you want to insta block the second hit so you can be closer to them so you can punish it. But I won't judge. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe you want to play more neutral against Oh, nice. Nice reactions from Tickle again. Getting rid of Eddie. Sees the oppose, sees it cancel into frog, Tickle ready and matches with 2K. Gets rid of it. Nice job. Eddie's gone. Oh, we see it. I think this is another 2S moment. That's another 2S moment. Jump back, 2S. Tickle with the dive kicks. Tickle's like, okay, I'm going back to the dive kicks. Tickle knows that Jonathan Tene too much wants to press the 2S, and his adaptations aren't enough. And Tickle must like dive kick too. Okay. Jonathan Tene can have a comeback. He has the resource advantage right now. And it's not a heavy knockdown from BRCs. I don't know what Tickle's doing. Probably mashing. I think that's a 2P right here. Yeah, it's a 2P right here. Gets hit by mashing 2P. Nice YOC from Tickle. Good matchup awareness too. YOC isn't plus enough, so you can do a hover dash JS. YOC is around plus 10, and hover dash takes around like, I would say around like 20 to 15 frames. off the top of my head. So good matchup awareness from Jonathan Tene of RPSing with. I don't know if he was fuzzy mashing right here, but he could be fuzzy mashing right here. So
Rid of Eddie,
What a jab!
jab.
Oh.
Backdash.
Jonathan Tene not ready with the backdash.
Rid of Eddie.
Goes for
What a
2S.
jab!
Jab.
Oh.
Backdash from Ticklememour. Not gonna finish it.
Tickle could have killed right here. I'm pretty sure.
What a jab!
Jab.
Oh.
Backdash from
I think if Tickle probably could have killed with OTH 5H or OTH JH, but
Ticklememour. Not
all's
gonna
well.
finish it.
Oh, never mind. All is not well. This is where you get robbed.
Eddie is back.
We see
Gonna finish it off.
we see Tickle mashing 2P doing Eddie of Pios, but Eddie was far enough back that Eddie couldn't get hit or trade with the 2P from Mino. So nice job.
Tickle has to fight his way out.
And Tickle dies for it.
Oh no! Oh my gosh. Jonathan Tene has won 3 rounds on Zato. Now he does have to reset, but it is
Walk back
right
5H from
right now for
Jonathan Tene.
Gets the jab on the anti-air. What can Jonathan
Nice,
do right now?
nice backdash.
Gets the jab
I think
on
this
the
is
anti-air.
a little. I think this can still get punished, but Jonathan Tene wasn't ready with a 2D
Can't Jonathan
in
do
case.
right now?
Does get hit. You're gonna get put through the wall.
And so Tickle gets the hit.
That we've seen Ticklememour do quite a bit. No hard
Breaks
knockdown.
wall without a hard knockdown.
Tene versus Ticklememour.
I don't get the 6 edge.
Quite a bit. No
What is the 6 edge?
just Jonathan Tene.
You see the distance. You see the distance right here. What is the 6H supposed to accomplish? Yeah, 6H is a little bit disjointed at the start, and it has fast startup of 7 frames. But I don't know if the 6H is here right here. But Tickle gets punished for it.
That's gonna be the hand coming up from the floor. Jonathan Tene
I think this is a little greedy.
versus Ticklememour.
I don't know off the top of my head, but usually when you block Frog is incredibly plus, so Eddie can do another move afterwards. But Tickle just mashes 2P and it works.
Void is available. The hand coming up from the floor.
This projectile,
Does
it's
get
not. I don't get this. Like this projectile parry. It's for Zato. Why would you do the projectile parry instead of like 6P? 6P has like better startup, better recovery, I think. Huh. When Tickle gets hit out of the dive kick.
Eddie back.
That's a little greedy right there. Just throwing note out and not even full screen away.
Tickle out of the sky.
Oh, Tickle has Mito.
On his way out. Oh, gets 2K'd. Oh, I got hit low. I tried it. I thought I went low. But
We see the mix startup.
what a jab on
We see a fuzzy mashing.
Fuzzy jabs are doing so
We see
well.
some mashing. Nice.
Oh, no.
Okay, we see a Soto super. I really like this from Jonathan Tene. Getting back Eddie. Well, you will lose Eddie immediately after the boss, but deflect shield? Nah. In my opinions, it's better to use deflect shield in most cases than boss, just because most Enos just don't want to go for a grab. And the grab wouldn't have killed here, so you have another opportunity to use deflect shield, even if it gets hard countered with a grab. But Jonathan Tene keeping it safe. Nice, good matchup awareness again. Same thing of we matched doing one of the hits of Pios. And this time Tickle was ready for this projectile. I don't get it. Maybe because Jonathan Tene saw it won against dive kick. He was they were like, oh, I'm gonna do it again. It's not a good option against dive kick in my opinion. I rather keep to 6P, or in most cases, just to block, cause is minus after it. Is minus. It's incredibly hard to punish dive kick in my opinion. It's incredibly fast, and just waiting to block and just waiting for the cheesy options. The cheesy options of dive kick, 8 stroke, and then you react to hover dash, which is plus. So Tickle takes that round. Goes back to the grounded options. Jonathan Tene also going back to the air dash options. Tickle, good job blocking, except nothing to note. What is it? Oh, it's 2S whiff into Do dive kick.
Help of his best friend. Dive
This is a little greedy. A little greedy. A little greedy. A little greedy. Let's go back.
without the help of his best
To go charging up H-type. Yes. What's gonna be my mix-up? Charge H-type that isn't meaty. I immediately gets punished.
from
Good job for Jonathan Tene not getting hit by this monkey option.
6 feet from Jonathan. Jonathan Tene has
Deflect shield, but
deflect shield.
Jonathan Tene ready for it.
Oh, the
Oh,
deflect shield actually doesn't matter.
I think Jonathan Tene screws up again.
Ticklememour in the corner.
Tries to go for a wall break, but screws it up.
Oh, the deflect shield actually doesn't matter.
Doesn't wall break.
Kill. Unsummons. It catches him trying to jump. Where are you going?
Doesn't have Eddie though.
Jonathan only needs one more touch to close this out.
Does frog, and then Tickle does JK for some apparent reason. Maybe trying to get rid of Eddie desperately.
El Rana's going crazy, going loco. Oh my goodness.
Jonathan Tene making
Mashing 6P. I think Tickle just realized you can just 6P 5H right here. 6P Ticklememour was expected an arrow option from Jonathan Tene, but
many consider
good job.
to be the worst character in the
Gets rid of Eddie again. Nice job.
game.
6Ps, more 6Ps. We're not doing 2Ss.
Here we
Oh,
go.
do we see a 2S?
Tene
Do we? See?
has
Oh,
one
oh,
more
oh!
game.
Tickle is ready for the 2S. Jonathan Tene didn't do 2S. Congrats. Congrats. Doing 5P and 6P instead, which both options are great against dive kick. Congrats. And then Tickle goes for the mix-up, the second layer mix-up of jump, empty jump into H-stroke. But H-stroke is pretty slow. Start up, and when it hits, it's incredibly slow, so nice job from Jonathan Tene. So you could block it. And H-stroke is minus.
Zato-1.
Greediness from here,
Anybody could have seen anything going on in this bracket coming. No one could have saw
media low,
monster
being
run. No one could have seen the
safe with
Jonathan
the
Tene
combos.
No one could have
I need to point this out for my own sanity.
monster run. No one could
Tickle does Wild Assault into MOA. He was like, oh, I accidentally did HCL. Let me do MOA instead. Let me do the correct thing instead. Congrats, Tickle.
and no one could have seen the Jonathan Tene Zato taking Tickle to this point.
Goes for delayed JD right there.
Frog is gonna come out. You're gonna get a
Jonathan
full
Tene,
combo off that.
delayed
You're gonna
mashing.
get Eddie back. Ticklememour
Catches
with
the
goal
delayed
leader
JD.
is going to be able to work on defense.
Nice YOC.
Eddie is
Paying the resource tax not only to stop blocking, but also get rid of Eddie. OTG's here, and I don't really, you know, I think it's just to gain a little bit more meter coming into the next round. Do we see a Pios? We do see a 2P? Jonathan Tene, right? He did a pose instead, just to make sure that he keeps Eddie alive, so nice job. But after some block strings, Eddie disappears. 2S. 6P. Teco mixing up the options. Screws up the combo right here. American reset. Then we go for American greed. Actually, I don't think it's American greed. That was just greediness right there, going for a grab. Jonathan Tene once again, seeing the 6P is like, I'm gonna try to punish with 2K. Gets punished. H-stroke hits here. I think you have to delay it a little bit. It's a weird combo. It's a weird combo from the Spider Scout, so I don't blame Tickle. Not a matchup awareness from Tickle. If you do HCL into oppose, you can do HCL again. And you can't do oppose into a frog. It stops that. It just hits Zato out of it. So matchup awareness. We see another time. I think this is 2K again. Tickle doing dive kick. The greediness of dive kick follow up into JK. And Jonathan Tene's pressing the wrong button of 2K. Expecting no dive kick follow up. Gets punished. We see dive kick again on round start. Nice mashing. I think Tickle realized that Eddie's gone. Look at Eddie's gone. After this frag, Eddie's gone. So you can mash. 2H for some apparent reason, and it's a little.
Years of work the Zato
Oh,
guy
gets hit
put
by
into
6B.
this, as
Jonathan
Zato
Tene not pressing 2S.
absolutely starts his pressure. Frog going
Nice
to
recognition.
get rid of
Jonathan Tene
Eddie.
going for a little greedy of summon Eddie
Starting to play
back,
defense against Eno.
of getting Eddie out.
You're gonna BRC it.
JD screws up the combo. Misses the 5H. Tries again. Some more scrambles. More greediness. This is more risk. Right here, Tickle tried to do JS into JV, but he got because Zato backdashed the JS. It's now grounded, so you get 5D instead. So Tickle not holding that down or holding forward to get a grab instead. So things to point out.
Oh, what a back throw.
One more chance. It gets the glow slash, and we are on set point for Jonathan Tene.
Jonathan Tene can make this reset happen. Jonathan is probably so locked in right now. Playing so
Tickle playing safe options.
does get hit, and right here, Jonathan
Backdash again.
playing so unbelievably well.
Backdash loses. Really, it doesn't do well in the corner against Eno. In every single case, you should be option selecting it after a meaty JS, a meaty 2K, and if you go for a delayed JD will catch the backdash. It only works against grab, and grab is the most riskiest option that Eno has. And really, if your opponent isn't blocking the high lows, is there any point to go for a grab? Tuka doing wild assault MRA. Nice job. Right here, this is the catch backdash. I see many Enos doing it. I don't really understand it that much. You do short air dash button JS or JH into MOA. It's supposed to be a meaty MOA and to catch backdashes. Nice YOC. Good resource spending. Like most of the YOCs have hit from Tickle. Right here, this go point out. This is usually used for grab attempts, but you can use it to be a meaty low instead. So, nice job from Tickle. Jonathan Tene caught mashing. Safe. Tickle mixing up the dive kick. He needs another flavor of the dive kick. It's the charge dive kick, of course. Jonathan Tene keeping Eddie alive. I think Jonathan Tene tried to wall break right here, but he screwed up with the invite to hell. I'm not exactly sure what happened, if he was too soon or if he was too early. I don't know. But not the best op. Oh, we see another case of HCO and 2S both whiffing, and then Jonathan Tene going for 2S again, and then dive kick. Wow. Very surprised. Another opportunity of Jonathan Tene backdashing in the corner and immediately getting punished. Nice wide assault. Gets the optimal combo and then immediately screws up the optimal combo. And we see Tickle scrambling doing monkey stuff. And then Jonathan Tene gets the optimal and then immediately screws up the optimal. And we see some scrambling. Tickle right here was trying to do... Let me go back to shot. I think Tickle right here was trying to do Amore and then PRC, so you get a slingshot. So Eno goes incredibly fast and far, but it doesn't work. And we get this shenanigans instead, and we see more scrambling. But Jonathan Tene is ready for dive kick. Is he? Is he? No. No, Jonathan Tene is not ready for dive kick. You see another 2S. And 2S goes bye-bye. Yes, 2S is such a good move for Zato, but you need to vary your approach depending on what your opponent's doing. And Eno is such a L character. She can hover dash over. Okay, go back to the game. See some wild assault. I like this. I don't know if this command grab Jonathan Tene was supposed to try to do it just to like get rid of his recovery frames by doing the command grab. Interesting thing to note off. Tickle mixing up the dive kick, neutral. Tickle ready. Tickle does the non-optimal. Should have done close slash into H stroke instead of 2H into H stroke, but I won't blame him. I'm not in the situation playing with the Noves. Gets the luckiest command grab, and then Tickle resets in the corner. Tickle resets in the corner again. Good resets just to get Eddie back, but Tickle is ready. Tickle has been on point of getting rid of Zato.
Very good snipe of Eddie. Jonathan now has to get another 8 seconds utilized. We are getting so close. Catches the backdash.
Oh my god. It's just 2S being shown of why 2S isn't the best move against jumping characters who have a dive kick. Tickle does HCL. The 2S whiffs. Tickle sees the 2S, PLCs, and then H dives. Probably could have comboed here if he did 5k instead, but all is well. All is well.
We are on set point for Ticklememour, set point and tournament point as well.
The scrambling JD,
Oh,
expecting air to air, and then we see. I don't like this. Just do J. Instead of doing JPs, do JS into S dive. Just do the mid screen variant instead of trying to do the corner variant when you're not corner. Whatever. More scrambles. But Jonathan Tene is in the command seat. Nice reset with the shield or whatever. We see a case of 2P not the best move against 8 stroke. And this should be death. And it's death. So, thank you for watching my matchup analysis. Thank you.